Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Federico and Jana's boat. One thing that all boat owners can relate to is that feeling of launching your boat after all of your hard work, all of your efforts during your time on the hard in a boatyard. And during my time at Peaks, I've helped many boats launch, and it's always a pleasure to share the joy, to share the experience with other friends, other owners. And after more than 12 months of being on the hard, it's finally my turn. The boat's in exact same position as... when was it? February. Isn't that amazing? We're tied up in the same place. In the water finally. Good morning. This is a pretty special morning this morning. The moon's going down. But look at this. Today could be the day. Monastrell has half a cover off. And today could be splash day. If it's not today, it'll definitely be tomorrow. Look at that. It's been a long time coming. Almost 4.5 years. Guess what this means? I must be getting pretty close, eh? I am, or I have actually, as I should say, I've prepared the propeller for some what's called prop 1. So it's all been abraded, cleaned and abraded. Well, I have to do a final clean actually before putting the product on, but I've abraded this area, these parts of the rope cutter and the propeller, of course, and that little bit inside there on the shaft as well. And it's a yellow primer that goes on there, and then a silicone to make it very uninviting for the little sea creatures. But isn't this exciting? Another step closer, and it's looking, well, I'm supposed to be going in tomorrow. Yes, I'm supposed to be going tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I've still got a bit to do, but kind of the main things that need to be done just to get in the water are done. Keel's looking good. There's a couple of little patches underneath that will only be able to be anti-fouled, unfortunately. But that's okay. And yesterday I did the propeller with prop 1. It's still drying, I can't touch it. And nothing is supposed to stick to that. Anyway, we're going to find out just how good it is or not. That's the rope cutter. I've done as much of that as I can. We are almost there. How's this, eh? I can stand up properly. Oh, it feels a bit weird. Yep, that'll work. Doing the Velcro, bit of a test bit here. With some 4200 to see if the Velcro stays on well enough. It should do. So I'll get that done today as well. I'll do that in stages. It's going to be a busy day getting her ready. So I think my feeling is today, it's probably going to happen tomorrow, not today. That's okay. I'll just be that much more ready. Good morning, everybody. Here's the hire car to for me to go and get some fuel full of jerry cans. So today is launch day. It's Thursday and I've got so much to do. I was up until 2 o'clock this morning, awake at 6. So as you can imagine, I'm feeling pretty tired. And launches at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Launches at 2 p.m. Well, it's actually either 1 or 2. I'm pretty sure it's 2. We've got the chaps on the dinghy. That was the last job I did last night. Some of the Velcro strips I've probably put on a little bit too low, so they're exposed in a couple of spots, only slightly. But overall it's pretty good. So lots to do. I've got the prop still to grease and the grub screw to put in properly. These are the grease nipple points. There's a grub screw. So I've got to drill like a seating hole for that. The new anode is on there. You can see this is all nicely prop one. So that's going to be interesting to see if that works as effectively as it's supposed to. I've given the hull a final wash down, and upstairs just needs a little bit more of a clean up. I've got to put the fuel in. I'm going to replace the name on here, but there is not enough time today, obviously. But I'm going to be on the dock for a little while. Spinnaker there, still quite a bit of tidying up to do. Got to put a couple of anchors away into this back locker, which needs a bit of a tidy up. All of the paint gear. A couple of old cushions that went mouldy while I was away. Ropes to put away. But the foredeck is pretty tidy. Look at this. We've got the chaps on. I reckon she came up very nice. This was the result of being stuck on the hard, upside down. They're permanently stained. I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. Needs just a little bit of a wipe over, but look at this. This was the cover off the old, smaller dinghy, and Kay, this local seamstress here, she modified it for me, and she did a nice job. We'll need to put a little bit of waterproofing spray on the areas that are older. This is like, for example, this area here is new. This little patch here is new. And then this little rear section here was existing. So she's lengthened it. So it's a bit of a patchwork, but I reckon it looks cool. I like it. I really like it. And it's so much more comfortable to sit on. Obviously it protects the dinghy itself, but it's so much more comfortable to sit on a hot day. That aircon's, oh, that's just reminded me that aircon's got to come off. So still a bit to do. So brekkie time, and then off to the fuel station. Wow, look at this. Finally, after 4.5 years, we are moving. She's swinging a bit. Mike and Tim helping, and Clint's flying the drone. Wow, look at this, she's finally going in the water. Wow. Okay, we've got Leon driving the travel lift here. It's kind of hard to believe. You go from 1 minute, nothing's happening, and next thing, you're going in the water. All kind of within a blink of an eye, it seems. Excuse the wind noise, I don't have my the microphone on. Okay, they have to remove the poles. Oh, it's a bit windy. But here she comes. Clint doing some drone footage for me here. Well, I've got to do just a tiny bit of anti-fouling on the keel. Okay, Tim's helping me with his dinghy. Thanks, Tim. I've still got to put a little bit of anti-foul on underneath the keel.
Yeah, I've got a bill. I'll be a bill.
Cool. Thank you. Is that for me?
Yep.
Ah, it got
Please
squashed.
blow it off.
Oh, really?
And fall and get flat.
Oh, no. A bit of painting and then she's in the water. All right, this is the launch slip. Hand this over to Leon.
Thank you very much.
All right, this is it. Clint is filming this. Okay, we're going down. Woohoo! So one thing that all boat owners are asked to do before being released from the travel lift is to check for leaks. This includes lifting all of the floorboards, checking the through hull fittings, valves, etc. to make sure there's zero ingress of water. Unfortunately, I did discover a bit of a leak. Fortunately though, that was resolved in a very short space, well, in a relatively short space of time. And after resolving that issue, we were given the all clear and we were free to go. I just had to do a little bit of tidying up, putting some last minute things away, hoses, electrical cables, etc. And then we went for a bit of a sea trial before docking. Hey, look at this. Monastrell, she's on the water again. She needs a bit of a tidy up, but she's right back where she belongs. First sunset, back on the water. How cool is that? Wow, first time in the water in 4.5 years. And I think she's enjoying it. Yeah, she's looking good. She's a nice looking boat, don't you think? Welcome back to the water, Monastrell.